from New York. I was born and raised actually about 10 blocks from here. And I was raised out in the wonderful borough of Queens. I moved away for a bit, and then I went to study up in Boston, New England Conservatory with Danilo Perez, who was a big influence on me and on this music. And then I moved back and studied with the great Sir Roland Hanna. And I was very fortunate to play in a lot of great bands and stuff, but really, even when I was away from New York, I just always dreamt of coming back, so. I really didn't think I was going to go into jazz. I started at the University of North Florida, and I thought maybe I would be a classical major. But a year before that, I started playing jazz in high school band and that kind of thing, and I really was just taken by it. So when I showed up for my audition, they said you can do whatever you want. You just have to really decide one or the other. And so I tried both for a while, and I just started working steadily as a jazz musician. So it kind of chose me, to be honest with you. So. I have a great band. I love these guys. I've been playing with them since 2004. In 2004, I stumbled onto an opportunity where I can take a band. I didn't have a band at that time. I could take a band to Russia for almost a month to do a tour. So I had been playing with these gentlemen in different groups, because that's kind of how it works in the jazz world. So I chose these musicians, and we went on the road, and we had such an amazing time, and I had written some music, and so we went into the studio right afterwards, and it kind of solidified the lineup. Stacy Dillard is our saxophone player. He's great. He's been playing with people like Eric Reed. Greg Glassman is our trumpeter, another fantastic musician who really interprets the music great. My brother Anthony plays bass. Jerome Jennings is on drums, who is a very dynamic drummer. When I can, I use Emiliano Valerio. We nicknamed him Nano. And he's a great percussionist. He's from Mexico, grew up in California, studied in Cuba for a long time, so he's very authentic. And Charenee Wade is our vocalist. She just placed second in the Monk competition, the Thelonious Monk International Vocal Competition. So she's great. And so this group of musicians, I really enjoy playing with them because they interpret the music the way that I really enjoy hearing it. Again, all these guys are all leaders in their own right, and I'm just lucky that they'll play with me.
Oscar, he can go any direction, like musically, any direction, and that's fun. I love it. I love it.
At this point, it's like playing with all good friends. We love Oscar's writing so much, and I think this is his best stuff yet.
It's extremely challenging, but very melodic and beautiful and energetic and fun.
Accessibility is balanced with a kind of an intellectual challenge that is really hard to do in original music.
It's about dance and about joy and about, in a way, a beautiful sort of suffering. And I mean that in the best way.
One day I just remember he had a group together and they were looking for a bass player and they couldn't find anybody, and then he said, you know what? Took me to the music store, threw a bass in my hand and said, you're our bass player. And he started teaching me. He started writing the chords on a piece of paper, play this note, play that note. And that was a process that pretty much continues till today. He still is a very big mentor towards me, so.
The biggest thrill is to write something and hear how they interpret it and what kind of twist they put on it, and then seeing how I can set up the rules according to that. Recently, I received a grant from Chamber Music America to write an extended work, like a suite. So I wrote this Chamber Music America commissioned piece called Afropean Affair. And then I realized that it can be a whole record. So I'm really grateful for all my friends and family and fans who have all been behind me saying, you know, you should really do this. And so I feel really strongly about that as well.